What else going on up in the news, y'all? Y'all seen what happened to the nigga that killed Nip?
Ain't it ironic? Nigga got 60 years. Did y'all niggas think about that? Like,
I sure in the fuck did.
they just said, nigga, we giving you 60.
Judge in that motherfucking courtroom playing with niggas. Playing with niggas. Yeah,
we
60,
gonna give you 60 with an
60
L.
for 60.
Yeah, we gonna give you 60
wanna claim
with an
60,
L.
we gonna give you 60 years. Nigga.
Now, how's that gonna go for him once he get to that yard? How's they gonna do that? How's they gonna do that, man? Is they gonna go ahead and say get out there with the general population, live your life?
That's gonna be hard for him, boy.
Go on head out there.
I'm pretty sure it's an option. Like, do you want to go SNY? Or do you want to go?
Niggas still
to the yard?
Niggas gonna see
even in the SNY, he can still be touched. He can still be touched, homie. That's gonna be bad. I don't know if he gonna survive, man. Cause it's a lot of Nipsey fans out here in the world. All right, just take it for consideration, right? Now you remember when Kodak Black said that little shit about Lauren London,
right?
When Nip passed or whatever,
right.
So my boy is in the industry, and he was like, and you know, Kodak Black clique, I think it's called Shooter Gang or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Kodak Black clique though, when his
Sniper Gang.
Yeah. When niggas came to LA and wearing that shit,
right?
The niggas was like, bro, nigga, when we wear this shit out of town in LA, we run into problems from what, you know, Kodak said, you know, Nipsey people.
Right.
Niggas really, really love that nigga Nip, homie. I mean, you know, when that shit happened, oh boy, family members was getting chipped off.
Right.
The nigga himself was coming to court with black eyes and, you know what I mean?
Well,
so,
he only got touched at one time.
Yeah, because they beefed up on a security after he got touched.
Yeah, I mean, but I feel like the police officers did that on purpose. I feel like they went on and just like we
don't know though. We don't know. You know what I mean?
How they gonna fuck up and put him in a tank with a bunch of niggas? They put him in a tank with a bunch of motherfuckers. Like nothing was gonna happen then.
Yeah, sometimes they'll do that because he's not a snitch.
You high profile and you niggas, you know, you done killed a beloved nigga out here.
You know they got a high profile dorm.
I feel like the police was in on that. Like, man, let's just go ahead and throw this nigga.
Let's not X that off the list because they do shit
let's
like
just
that.
Throw that nigga to the wolves and act like we made a mistake. And you know, if they get him, you know, we gonna let a little something happen to him and go on and get him up out of there. We can't just let him just get through here with no.
Because they have high profile dorms.
Right.
He could have either got touched up in there or he could have, the police could have fed him to the wolves or whatever. But on his way to court, he's only going to be in the holding tank by himself. Right. And when he go on the bus, he's going to be in the cages in the front by himself.
Right.
So it had to happen at the jail.
I feel you.
Had to.
Now, but the way that happened is they went on and put him in a holding tank with a bunch of motherfuckers. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like how we do it. You know, we know this is a highly wanted.
I think he gonna get touched.
And a Mexican did it. Not even no niggas.
See what I'm saying? So it had to be inside the dorm because when you go into court in the tanks, you're not getting put up in no tanks with no Mexicans.
That's when they did it. They did it on the way to court. They was holding.
I'm wondering how though, because
they just made a mistake. Like they just did they little shit. That's some little bullshit they did.
They had to because
it was some bullshit that they did.
And Mexicans is in separate holding tanks in the court.
It's some bullshit that they did.
I wonder did the police get in trouble for that?
Probably not.
Cause there ain't no way.
We're gonna let him get touched up. All you got mad. You got police mad at that nigga.
Yeah,
it's police that's mad. You feel me? So I can fully see that. But anyway, you think they're gonna go on and throw him out there? Huh?
Yeah, I think he gonna get touched up again. I don't know if that dude go. You got because just like you said, a Mexican. You don't just got blacks, man. You got whites, Mexicans, Indians. You know, everybody love this nigga Nip. And what they gonna do, hold the nigga with Charles Manson out of some shit? He ain't gonna be wanting to be by himself all them years.
You remember that? Remember when Huda John was on here and he told that story?
Which story?
About Nip didn't come meet him at the
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Niggas, I put Nip faked on him.
Yeah.
And niggas was mad at that title.
Exactly.
Niggas was like,
Yeah.
hey, man, don't even say it like that, man.
Yeah. Reword
like
that.
Yeah. So I switched it to flaked. And niggas,
But they still mad?
I ain't heard no more complications off put
Flake just sounds a little better.
A little sound better. You feel me?
Fake to be.
But then I was like, you know, I get it. You know what I'm saying? But I wasn't disparaging Nip for doing it, because to me it was like niggas moving with caution around this motherfucker, man. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Moving with caution, you know, and I get it. You know, to me, he was moving with caution. You know, But yeah, that clip getting a lot of views too. That Huda John.
Yeah, he told some good stories.
Yeah, man. Shout out to that nigga.
10 up in that motherfucker, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, but that couldn't have been no coincidence, huh? 60 years.
They like, nigga, we got you, nigga.
60 years? You want to be from 60? Yeah, nigga, go 60 years, nigga.
You going to do all of this in here. You going to remember that.
And some people like, that ain't even enough time.
I figure like niggas, I don't even see why niggas wasn't up for the death penalty for that. Like,
yeah, he killed the legend.
I mean, you know, like.
He could have smoked him. I mean, he said, why not?
Yeah, man. I mean,
I think why not? Why, you know what I mean? The death penalty in my eyes could have been in the air because of the kick. After he did what he did, when we all seen on camera, he kicked him.
Yeah.
That was the.
I still, you know, I feel like he did that. Really,
kicked,
really, I feel like that whole episode was ignited because of the bitch. It was because, I mean, you gotta imagine.
She wasn't out the car.
But see, listen.
Elaborate.
He wanted to go. He wanted to go to his hood. He had been living with the bitch, right? The bitch, I mean, well, not living with, the bitch had been around him. He wanted to go to the hood, right? So he could, you know, flex his credentials. You know what I'm saying? He up there with no shirt on, with the rag around his neck. You seen him, so he was on full-blown status.
Food.
So then when they pull up there, Dipsy out there. Then you see your bitch is driving you, right?
Oh, I think she took a picture with
the bitch. Get excited, go take a picture with a nigga. You know what I'm saying? So it's you already at a high tension.
Mm-hmm.
Now to me, you know, I'm not even no hell of a nigga like that. But if I see a nigga bitch get excited while she with her nigga and she get excited to see me, I'm downplaying all of that energy. And I'm going to keep my eye on the nigga. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to be careful.
Well, I don't know. Well, damn. It's hard to... Because that's just like, say, if a bitch with me, right?
Right.
And she see Wally.
Right.
And Wally's my boy, though.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? And she get kind of, Wally, want to take a picture? I'm going to take it.
Okay.
But if Wally disrespect me, it turns the situation.
Right after that, Wally disrespect you.
So now it's like, was she right there when the disrespect happened?
I think, you know, she had already hugged the nigga, took a picture with him.
Okay.
And then he go to have his dialogue with him. And then it's negative dialogue after that.
Yeah, so,
so
if Wiley disrespect me in front of her, that's something different. But if Wiley is a superstar, that's my dog. I'm not tripping about my bitch.
But see, okay, your credentials in this section is immaculate.
Yeah.
Okay. If you talking about somebody who credentials ain't immaculate,
his credentials immaculate. They say he was a kid, but it was in the air if he snitched or not. So his credentials
you don't have
was being deteriorated.
You didn't have no blackness over your credentials.
Right.
He had some blackness over his credentials. And then by Nip, Cowboy say he didn't say nothing like that, but
a Cowboy wasn't right there though.
Right. If
Cowboy was eating a cheeseburger.
Your bitch just hugged this nigga. Was excited. You saw her. You know how it's been with y'all in the car driving. It might have been like a bitch is damn near tired of you. Mm-hmm. He got blowers on him. You know what I'm saying? He got like two. I think he had 2 blowers, type shit. And no shirt on, full blown with the. Let's go over here to the section. I'm getting out, walking around over here. You know what I'm saying? I'm from over here. I'm one of the niggas. And then they go Nip. Bitch get excited. And then the nigga tell you don't come around no more, check on that or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But bottom line, I feel like the bitch triggered that energy to the highest level like that, I feel. No matter what.
Let me ask this too. So did it come out when whatever Nips told him, right?
Yeah.
Did he go to the car and grab the shit and come back, or did he leave and come back? Do you remember that part?
Yeah, he left and got in the car with the bitch. And he was fuming.
He was hot.
And he was like, told the bitch, drive around here, hold up right here. And then he got out the car and went back over.
So he didn't drive far.
Drove into the alley. He said, drive around here, drove into the alley, stop right here. Then he got out and went back around. And she heard the shots and seen niggas running. And then he came back and got in the car and was like, all right, let's go.
Cold nigga, homie.
You know what I'm saying? And that's that shit that, like showing the bitch, like, bitch, like,
ain't to be played with.
Bitch.
They say the nigga was like a real killer from over there too.
Psychopath type nigga, yeah.
Allegedly, yeah.
Yeah, psychopath putting in work. You feel me? Like
one of the ones that put in work and ended up telling but he still, them type
psychopaths.
They still gangsters are still with it, but they credentials is just none no more with the hood. It's just we don't fuck with him. He's a nobody no more. But in his mind, he don't give a fuck about that.
But you still a psychopath
He's
though.
Still with the bullshit, nigga. You see how he was wearing that shit around his neck.
So to me, no matter what, like, that was a flaw to me, no disrespect to Nip. That was just like, I remember when 211 was like, I know how to talk to niggas.
Yeah.
I know how to talk to niggas.
That's everything. Know how to talk to niggas. What tone to use when you addressing somebody. You know what I mean? All that shit matters.
It's like you out here playing chess with niggas. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It ain't like, I don't even view it as being afraid. I view it as discretion. You ever heard that word, discretion?
Yeah, definitely.
Knowing what to do, when to do it, how to say it. You know what I'm saying? And, You already know what kind of nigga this is. You know everything floating over him. It ain't even no need to really give that, ain't even no reason to tell him that. Let's wrap this conversation up. Let somebody else deal with that shit.
Well, maybe Nip was on some, shit. I ain't gonna shake a nigga hand or speak to a nigga. I mean,
yeah.
the nigga telling, and I see him, I'm gonna address it.
Yeah.
Because I've done the same thing about hearing something about somebody. I mean, we probably talked about it amongst the homies. And
okay,
shit,
once I
see him,
I'm
gonna mention what we said.
Your credentials is, I believe, different. I'm not saying Nip wasn't about that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like he was one of them niggas, but I feel like certain niggas' credentials, like, if this is a psychopath type nigga,
yeah,
you might not be like a psychopath type. You did your shit, but this nigga is
right. The work that
it's certain
them two
niggas
have put in is different. I'm pretty sure.
I done did more.
Exactly.
Even though I got blemishes in my shit,
I done did way more than a lot of you niggas.
I done did a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if I'm talking to one of them kind of niggas, I'm going to be careful. I'm going to be a little bit more cautious.
Because you know what he capable of.
And especially if I ain't ready to go. If I ain't ready to go right now, you feel me? Like, if I ain't like on deck with one up top, like I'm like on ready to go.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna have that type of disrespectful dialogue with him. I might blow him off, but I'm gonna do it smooth. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm gonna be like, just like when Taboo was over here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm leaving. I ain't got nothing to say to this nigga right here. Remember when he was talking about whenever somebody questionable come around, man, nigga, I ain't got nothing to say to this nigga. Matter of fact, I'm gone. I just leave. Damn, why that nigga leave? Oh shit, this nigga over here.
That's a good point.
You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't even finna.
Yeah,
I'm not even finna go back and forth. These niggas letting you come around. I'm
gonna excuse myself from this situation. That's a good point. I do agree. If Nip probably shouldn't have said too much if he wasn't in a position to handle whatever saying something to that man comes with. If you know what I mean, if you know this nigga is a killer, he on his shit out here. You know what I mean? You want to make sure you in a position with something on you or something, you know what I mean? Because if you say something to this nigga and it's wrong, you don't want this nigga to have a one up on you. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I can't lie. I get that. I definitely get that.
You know, like I said, I go back to, man, like, that's what was impressive to me when, like, 211 was talking, like, hey, man, I know how to talk to these niggas out here. I was like,
bingo.